Hello everyone and welcome to the WCG for semi-final 2 of the 2021 Australia Day T20 Big Bash, which sees a battle between two of the emerging powers in this competition as Young Money Cash Money take on the Puffin Billies for the remaining ticket to this year's decider. The Men in Black have put an awful tournament in last year's edition behind them to move just one win away from reaching their second grand final in 3 years. And as for the Puffin Billies, they've been simply fantastic so far in this year's tournament, and an appearance in their first grand final would be just rewards. So as we take a look at how both sides got to this stage of the tournament, Young Money Cash Money overcame the Nip-Nuffs in that fourth quarter final run fest, thanks largely to their main man Ryan Schaefer, who had a field day. For the Puffin Billies, they overcame 2 inches short of a length in quarter final 1, sneaking home by 1 wicket in a thrilling contest to book their place in the final 4. The captains are in the middle and ready for the toss. Heels is the call. It is a heel. We'll have a bowl. They're going to win the toss and they... So it's the Puffin Billies skipper Joe Severi who wins the toss, and he elects to send Young Money Cash Money into bat. And as we take a look at his side now for their first ever semi-final at the Australia Day T20 Big Bash, they enter this grand final qualifier with their side evenly distributing the effort so far in this tournament. But it was the debutant Nathan Maslow who got the Puffin Billies home in that quarterfinal epic win against 2 inches short of a length, hitting 11 of just 3 deliveries to guide his side home when all looked lost. Do the Puffin Billies have another massive effort in them to qualify for a maiden grand final? And as we take a look at Young Money Cash Money side for this do-or-die semi-final, they'll enter this semi-final full of confidence after getting past an impressive Nip-Nuffs unit in quarter-final 4, thanks to their main man Ryan Schaefer, who made the highest individual score in this competition since the first edition of the Australia Day T20 Big Bash. So he enters this contest in red-hot form. Can he carry the Men in Black to another grand final berth? And just before we get underway, we'd like to thank our major partners for this year's tournament, Campbelltown Motor Auctions, who have been fantastic since jumping on board this season, and our ever-reliable and long-standing partners, Harley Cranes Group. So who will join Wet Up in this year's decider? It's Young Money Cash Money taking on the Puffin Billies. We're ready to go. And it will be predictably Ryan Schaefer who will get this innings underway for Young Money Cash Money. Has been fantastic with the blade so far in this tournament. He's amassed 88 runs in his 3 digs so far. And can he get the Men in Black off to another flyer? So we're all ready to go here for semi-final 2. It'll be Nathan Maslow to bowl the first over of the innings. Here he's in now, this one's played away on the leg side. Oh, it's been brilliantly fielded there by Joseph Azar to begin with. So the Billies are on. So a sign of intent there once again from Schaefer, as Maslow will continue to him now in the opening over, and he's turned this away onto the fence, and he'll move through for a single. So Young Money Cash Money are away here in semi-final 2, as Schaefer gets off the mark. Maslow to continue to Schaefer in the opening over. Here he's in now, this one's another back of a length delivery which rises, but it slides down the leg side, so that'll have to be re-bowled. So just a bit wayward to begin with here for Maslow, who's been fantastic with the ball so far in this tournament. As he'll continue again now to Schaefer, and this one's another quick delivery which nearly sneaks through Schaefer as he gets a thick inside edge onto his body, and he'll move through for a single. So that's better there from Maslow, who very nearly sneaks through. Young Money Cash Money, no wicket for 3 in the opening over. As Maslow will continue over the wicket to Schaefer now, and this one's a short delivery. Schaefer goes bang on the leg side as he pulls this through mid-wicket for a maximum. Too short there from Maslow on this occasion, and Schaefer makes him pay. So no wicket for 9 as we arrive at the final ball of the opening over. It's Maslow to Schaefer, and this one's a good length delivery, and Schaefer defends, and it looked like his back leg just slipped out there. And I wonder just how close this was to the stump. Oh, that could not have been far away, but he survives. Young Money Cash Money, no wicket for 9 after 1. That's going to be Joey Azar to bowl the second over of the innings. As he now round the wicket here to Schaefer, and he serves up a dolly which Schaefer hammers through mid-wicket again for another maximum. That's a gift served up there from Azar. And Schaefer says thank you very much. So Schaefer off to yet another flyer in this tournament. As Azar is in once again to him now. This one's a quicker delivery, but Schaefer hammers this down the ground for another boundary. Schaefer races along to 18. Young Money Cash Money 19 without loss. So Joey Azar under considerable pressure in this second over, as he'll go back over the wicket now to Schaefer, and this one is pushed down the leg side, so that'll be a wide. So that just compounds things here for the Puffin Billies. As Young Money, Cash Money move into the 20s. Are the alarm bells starting to ring here already? As Azar's in once again to Schaefer, and this one's a full toss, and he gets his through mid-wicket again for another boundary. Schaefer is on fire in this tournament as he races to 22. Well, Azar under more pressure here in this second over, as he'll continue over the wicket here to Schaefer, and it's another half volley which is dispatched down the ground for yet another boundary. There appears to be no stopping Schaefer when he's in this mood. 28 without loss. So we arrive at the final delivery of the second over. It's Azar to Schaefer. He's in now. This one's another one that sits up, and it's another one that travels to the boundary. 23 off the over. Young Money, Cash Money, 32 without loss. Schaefer on fire. Well, Ryan Schaefer is a man on a mission here at the Australia Day T20 Big Bash. He's raced to 30 not out of 10 deliveries. Young Money, Cash Money, 32 without loss after 2 overs. And the Puffin Billies need a wicket fast. So the Puffin Billies go back to their main spearhead for the third over. And it's going to be Maslow into Schaefer. And this one's a quick delivery, but this one slides down the leg side to begin with. So that'll be another wide. 33 without loss here, Young Money, Cash Money. They've set themselves up for another massive total. As Maslow is in once again to Schaefer. Oh, that will help stem things. As Maslow finally gets rid of Schaefer. That is just what the doctor ordered for the Puffin Billies. But has the damage been done already? Schaefer goes for 30. And a much needed wicket for the Billies. 1 for 33. So Maslow removes the dangerous Schaefer for 30. And that wicket now brings Sean Cook to the crease here at number 2. Made 27 not out against Wet Up in the group stages. In the only time he's been called upon with the bat so far. Can he stand up once again? So it'll be Nathan Maslow to continue to him now in the third over. Here he's in now. This one's a full toss on his pads. Oh, and easy as you like. He'll just stroke that to the boundary first delivery. Sean Cook picks up where Schaefer left off as he's off the mark in style. 1 for 37. So a brilliant start here from Cook as Maslow will continue to him now over the wicket in the third over. Here he's in now. This one's a full fast delivery and it knocks Sean Cook over. That's a brilliant reply there from Maslow as he removes the dangerous Cook for 4. Young Money, Cash Money, 2 for 37 in the third over. So 2 absolute bullets from Maslow has just pegged the Young Money, Cash Money juggernaut back here. As that wicket now brings the skipper Rabi Al-Bashir to the crease for his first stick of the tournament. Can he guide his side up towards that 50 mark once again? So it'll be Maslow to bowl to Al-Bashir for his first delivery. Here he's in now and he gets a thick edge onto the fence. Oh, and now Al-Bashir realises there's a single after trying to convince the umpire that there was nothing doing there. The trademark finger wag came out. Yeah, it's a thick outside edge and it clearly misses the auto wiki. And the finger wag comes out to convince the umpire. And he thought, nah, well, why don't we move through for a single? As he cops it from the terraces. So Al-Bashir survives as Maslow is in for the final ball of the third over. And this one's a back of a length delivery, but this one slides down the leg side once again. So that'll have to be rebowled. So Young Money, Cash Money, 2 for 39 here in the third over. Regardless of what happens now, it's going to be a stern chase needed here for the Billies. As Maslow is in once again here to Al-Bashir, who gets a thick outside edge onto the fence and offers not to run. 2 for 39 with 1 to go. So it's skipper v skipper for the final over of the innings. And it's going to be Severi to bowl a random wicket here to Al-Bashir. And Al-Bashir advances as Severi gets a thick outside edge and it goes away to the boundary. And furthermore, it's a no ball to begin with here for Severi. So that'll be 5 to the total. And they move into the 40s for the second straight time. Young Money, Cash Money, 2 for 44 in the final over. As Severi will continue again now to Al-Bashir. This one's a good length delivery and Al-Bashir decides to turn this onto the fence on the leg side and move through for a single. So the skipper Rabi Al-Bashir moves along to 6. His side 2 for 45 in the final over. They're on track to hit that 50 mark once again. And have they got 1 foot in the grand final already? Here is Joseph Berry, will continue to him now in the final over. And he advances and it's a wild swing this time from Al-Bashir. But it's a swing and a miss. And it's a priceless dot for the Billies. Severi to continue to Obasha in the final over. Here he's in now. This one's a good leg delivery. And it's another wild swing here from the Young Money Cash Money skipper. And once again, he doesn't make contact. So 2 dots in a row here for the Puffin Billies. As Severi is in for the penultimate delivery of the innings. This one's a back of a leg delivery. And Obasha slaps this away on the leg side for another boundary. Obasha moves into double figures. His side 2 for 49 with 1 delivery remaining. So we arrive at the final delivery of the Young Money Cash Money innings. It's Severi into Obasha. This one's a full delivery. He knocks him over with the final delivery. So Young Money Cash Money are bowled out here in the final over. Severi picks up his first wicket of the tournament, removing the Young Money Cash Money skipper for 10. But there's plenty of work to do here for the Puffin Billies, as they need 50. So in another mammoth effort with the bat, led by their main man Ryan Schaefer once again, Young Money Cash Money have been bowled out for 49 in the final over. Ryan Schaefer leading the way at the top of the order once again, making a quick fire 30 of just 11 deliveries to get the men in black on their way. So it's 50 to get here for the Puffin Billies for a maiden grand final berth. So it will be Joey Azar who will get this run chase underway for the Puffin Billies. The Billies leading run scorer in this year's competition with 20 runs, and they'll probably need every bit of that if they're going to get close to this total. So it's 50 to get for the Puffin Billies to reach their maiden grand final. And it's going to be the skipper Rabi Obasha to bowl the first over of the innings. Here he's in now to Obasha, and this one's a full wide delivery. Oh, and this has been let go by the umpire. Well, that was a tight call to begin with. It looked very, very close. But it goes the way of the men in black on this occasion. Here is Obasha will continue to Azar in the opening over of the run chase. Here he's in now. This one's a full delivery. It's driven back down the ground, but it's stopped with Obasha's foot, and it ricochets off, and Schaefer picks it up before it reaches the boundary. So simple yet effective there from Obasha, as the Puffin Billies are off and racing. No wicket for 1 in the opening over. So a confidence booster there for Azar, but it's boundaries the Puffin Billies crave. As Obasha is in once again to Azar, and he gets a thick outside edge, and it goes through to the keeper. That's the first wicket down for the Puffin Billies. Obasha drives the stake further into the Puffin Billies coffin as Azar goes for 1, and Young Money Cash Money take another step towards a second grand final. So the Puffin Billies 1 for 1 in the opening over, as that wicket now brings Nathan Maslow to the crease at number 2. Got the Billies home with a match-winning knock in the quarter-final, but it's going to take something pretty special here. So there'll be the Young Money Cash Money skipper Rabi Obasha to continue to Maslow here in the opening over. Here he's in now, and he begins with a wayward delivery here to Maslow, which sails way above his head. So that's another one chalked off the tally to get here for the Puffin Billies. And I think we can just put that down to Obasha getting carried away there. Obasha to continue to Maslow in the opening over. Here he's in now, this one's a full toss, and Maslow hits this down the ground for the first boundary of the innings. So Maslow's away here, and is there life still in the Puffin Billies as Maslow gets off the mark in style. 1 for 6. So Obasha is in for the final delivery of the opening over. Here he's in now to Maslow, and this one's a full delivery, and it's a missed opportunity there from Maslow, who has a big swing and a miss. So it's 1 for 6 after 1. Young Money Cash Money well on top. So it's going to be Ryan Schaefer who'll bowl the second over of the innings. As he's in now around the wicket here to Maslow. He begins with a good leg delivery, and Maslow advances, and he's clean bowled there from Schaefer to begin with. And is that the end of the Puffin Billies? Maslow goes for 4. The Puffin Billies in disarray at 2 for 6. As Schaefer stamps his mark on this match once again. So it's going to be the skipper, Joe Severi, the last hope here for the Puffin Billies. They need a mammoth 44 runs off just 14 deliveries. So Severi's going to have to go from just about ball 1 here. So can Schaefer wrap this up and send his side through to a second grand final? As he's in now to Severi for his first delivery. And Severi is solid and defends and plays this to Obasha on the leg side for no run. That's not going to be enough here for the Puffin Billies. Young Money Cash Money just 1 wicket away here. As Schaefer is in once again to Severi. And it's tucked nicely off his hip here from Severi as he moves through for a single. Once again, that's not going to be enough here for the Billies. 43 to get from just 12 deliveries. So this will have to be the knock to end all knocks here at the WCG. But we look destined for a replay of the 2019 decider unless something pretty remarkable happens here. So it'll be Schaefer to continue around to make it here to Severi in the second over. This one's a back of a length delivery. Severi plays this to Cook on the offside, but it's a dot ball. So the noose tightens around the Puffin Billy's neck here as we arrive at the final delivery of the second over. Schaefer into Severi. This one's a full delivery. Oh, he's got a bottom edge through to the keeper, has he? He has! The match is over! Young Money, Cash Money through to a second grand final. They have hammered the Puffin Billy's here in semi-final 2 by a record-winning margin of 42 runs as the Puffin Billy's impressive tournament ends in a whimper. So in yet another completely one-sided semi-final, Young Money, Cash Money have hammered the Puffin Billy's by 42 runs here in semi-final 2 to book their place through to a second grand final and a second meeting in this year's tournament against the Green Machine. Ryan Schaefer starring for the Men in Black once again, making 30 runs and taking 2 wickets in another dominant display, and they are through to the big dance. So we began the tournament with 12 and we are down to the final 2. It's Young Money, Cash Money taking on Wet Up in the 2021 decider. These two tournament heavyweights will meet in a second decider in 3 years for the right to be crowned this year's champion. It's Schaefer v White, it's the grand final, and it's coming up next.